Welcome to Storytime Hub, the place where stories come alive. Here, you'll find everything from heart-racing horror and mysterious thrillers to magical adventures and emotional tales. If you love stories that make you feel, imagine, and escape, you're in the right hub. So sit back, relax, and let the story begin. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Storytime Hub for more amazing tales every day. The snow fell like shredded glass, sharp, relentless, and mercilessly white. A small private jet, Flight 87, cut through the storm like a dying bird. Inside, 5 passengers were strapped in, knuckles white against their seats, as turbulence tossed them like toys. Ladies and gentlemen, the pilot's voice cracked through the speakers, were experiencing a bit of. A deafening boom silenced him. The lights flickered. Someone screamed. The plane nosedived. For a few eternal seconds, there was nothing but roaring wind and the echo of prayers that would never reach the sky. Then, impact. When consciousness returned, Alex Grant, 31, ex-Army medic turned wilderness guide, blinked through snowflakes melting against his face. His ears rang. The air was full of smoke and frost. He coughed and shouted, "Hell!" "Oh, Anione!" A groan answered from the wreckage. He stumbled through the debris until he found Maya Lopez, 28, travel vlogger. Her camera still miraculously clutched in her hand. Her face was pale but alive. "Am I dead?" she whispered. "Not yet," Alex muttered, helping her up. "Though you might wish you were once you see this weather." Maya laughed weakly. That shaky, sarcastic kind of laugh people use when fear's too big to handle. They found the others, Tommy Rivera, 25, tech guy, bleeding but walking. Dr. Evelyn Brooks, 42, the quiet and rational surgeon. And Ryan Hale, 35, a businessman who already looked like he was calculating how much this disaster would cost him. The cockpit was crushed. The pilot and co-pilot didn't make it. The group stood in silence for a moment. 5 strangers bound by a crash and the promise of freezing death. Alex scanned the wreckage. "We're in the Rockies. GPS is dead. Radio's dead. We've got maybe 8 hours before this storm buries us. Can't we just wait for rescue?" Ryan asked. "Sure," Alex replied. "If you like being an ice sculpture." They started pulling out supplies, first aid. A few protein bars, half a bottle of whiskey, and a blanket that looked more like a napkin. Maya muttered, "This would have made such a great vlog intro." "I survived a plane crash challenge!" Tommy groaned. "Please don't make this content right now. Relax, I'm kidding," Maya said. But her hand trembled on the camera. Alex noticed. "You keep that thing close, huh?" "It's my work and my therapy," she replied softly. Hours passed. The group huddled in the wreckage around a small flame that barely flickered against the cold. "Temperatures dropping fast," Dr. Evelyn said. "We'll freeze if we don't find proper shelter." Alex nodded. "At first light, we move." Ryan scoffed. "Move where?" "There's nothing out there but snow." "Better than dying sitting down," Alex shot back. That night, no one slept much. Wind howled like wolves outside. The fuselage creaked. Somewhere in the distance, something cracked. Ice, or maybe the mountain itself, shifting under pressure. Tommy whispered, "Hey, what if this is all a simulation? Like government experiment stuff?" Ryan rolled his eyes. "Buddy, if this is a simulation, the programmer should be fired." Maya stifled a laugh, even as her lips turned blue. "You guys ever realize how every horror movie starts like this?" Alex smirked. "We're not in a horror movie. We're in survival mode." Tommy grinned. "Yeah, but that's what the horror guy always says before he gets eaten." The others actually laughed. A strange warmth spreading in that frozen tomb. As dawn broke, they stepped out into the blinding white world. Mountains stretched like sleeping beasts. The sun was pale and cruel. "Welcome," Alex said. Squinting to the middle of nowhere, Dr. Evelyn pointed to the east. There. Smoke, faint but visible. Everyone turned. She was right. A thin gray line of smoke against the horizon. Alex's heart surged. A cabin, maybe. Let's move. They began their slow trek through the snow. The wind bit into them, but hope burned stronger than frostbite. After hours of climbing and slipping, Tommy suddenly yelped, "Wait! Is that?" A head buried in snow was a signpost, half broken. Arribam, Pyenderas Arts Stadoen 3 Mayas, Research Station, Maya asked. Maybe they've got food, Ryan said eagerly. Or maybe something worse, Tommy muttered. Alex gave a half smile. Only one way to find out. They pushed on, unaware that something had been watching them since the crash. The snow crunched beneath their boots, each step a small victory against the biting cold. The mountains around them were silent, almost reverent, except for the occasional snap of frozen branches. Why do I feel like the snow is judging us? Tommy muttered, squinting through the white haze. Maya smirked, probably because it's the one thing colder than Alex's bedside manner. Alex rolled his eyes but laughed. You try leading a group of panicked strangers through a snowstorm and see how patient you are. Dr. Evelyn, walking slightly behind, shook her head. Just keep moving. The smoke is our lifeline. The sooner we reach it, the better. Ryan adjusted his gloves, teeth chattering. My fingers feel like they belong to someone else. Are they supposed to be this numb? Welcome to the Rockies, Mr. Manhattan, Alex said dryly. The group trudged forward, fighting fatigue. Every few steps, someone would slip, causing a domino effect of groans, curses, and muffled laughter. At one point, Maya fell headfirst into a drift, snow spilling into her goggles. "I'm fine. Totally fine," she yelled, spitting out a mouthful of ice. "Sure you are," Tommy said, snickering. "If you want to be snow sculpture Faye too, be my guest." Alex helped her up. Focus. Cabin. Smoke. Not self-destruction. Hours later, shadows stretched long as the sun sank behind jagged peaks. The smoke line was closer, but now the wind carried a new sound. A low, almost human groan that echoed across the mountains. What the hell was that? Ryan whispered, panic rising. Tommy squinted. Probably I know bear or something. Yeah, definitely a bear. No bear groans like that, Dr. Evelyn said calmly, voice barely above the wind. Keep moving. Don't run, don't scream, just. She stopped mid-sentence as the snow near her shifted unnaturally, forming a trail of footprints that weren't human. Maya's camera clicked instinctively. Oh, these are huge and weirdly shaped. Not exactly bear or moose. Alex crouched to inspect. They're fresh. Whatever made them, it's following us. They quickened their pace. The shadows of the mountains lengthened, and the snowstorm thickened again. Visibility dropped to 10 feet. Ryan tripped over a half-buried tree trunk. Great! Just what I needed. I'm on the ground. Try not screaming like a baby while you do it, Alex grunted, pulling him up. Maya laughed despite the tension. Hey, at least you're providing comic relief. Glad I can help, Ryan said sarcastically, his face red from cold and embarrassment. Suddenly, the wind shifted. A metallic scraping echoed through the canyon. Everyone froze. What now? Tommy asked. Alex held up a hand. Quiet. A figure appeared in the distance, hunched, moving unnaturally against the wind. Snow clung to its body. Its eyes glowed faintly, like two blue lanterns. Maya gasped. Eyes, is that a person? Stay calm. Could be a survivor, Alex whispered. The figure stopped, tilting its head. Then, before anyone could react, it vanished behind a snowdrift. Okay, Dr. Evelyn muttered. That's not comforting, Tommy groaned. I hate this mountain. I want my office, my Wi-Fi, my stupid little cubicle. Maya snapped a photo. Don't worry, Tommy. This moment will make a killer Instagram caption surviving the ice apocalypse. Alex rolled his eyes again. Just keep moving. Funny girl. Night fell fast, swallowing the group in near complete darkness. They stumbled upon an overhang of jagged rocks, which Alex declared their shelter for the night. While digging out snow for insulation, Ryan muttered, "We're basically snowmen with hope now." "You're Snowman Phase 1, apparently," Maya said, smirking. "Congratulations." Tommy complained, "I hate you guys. Also, can someone pass me that frostbite first aid kit, asking for a friend?" Alex handed it over. "Friend or not, you better not turn into a popsicle before sunrise." Through the night, strange noises kept them on edge. Cracking ice, gusts that sounded like whispers, and distant groans that might have been animals or something else. Around midnight, they saw a faint glow in the distance. Firelight flickering on snow, against the deep black of the mountains. Finally, Alex whispered, eyes narrowing, "That has to be Raven Point." Maya laughed softly. "I swear if it's just a campfire with some lost hikers, I'm giving it a dramatic vlog rant." Tommy muttered under his breath, "Better be more than hikers or I'm writing my will." The glow revealed itself to be a small research cabin, half buried in snow. Smoke curled from the chimney. Relief washed over the group, warm fire, shelter, and maybe food. Alex looked at everyone. "Who made it?" But we're not out of the woods yet. A faint shuffling sound from behind froze them in place. Snow shifted under the cabin roof.
"Did anyone else hear that?"
Ryan whispered. Maya raised her camera. "Yeah, and I think it wants to play hide and seek." Alex drew a deep breath. "Stay close and keep your eyes open." The group stepped toward the cabin, unsure if the warmth awaiting them was salvation or the calm before a storm of something far worse. The cabin door groaned as Alex pushed it open. Warm air hit their frozen faces like a blessed, albeit smoky, wall. Inside, the small space was a mess. Overturned chairs, broken equipment, papers scattered and wet from melted snow. A fire smoldered in the hearth, giving off faint warmth. Maya muttered, "Well, this is either a miracle or the worst Airbnb ever." Tommy scowled. "I vote worst Airbnb, with horror bonus." Alex motioned for silence. "Check for supplies. Food, blankets, anything to get us through tonight." Dr. Evelyn began rummaging through cabinets. Canned food, a few bottles of water, and looks like someone left a first aid kit, mostly untouched. Ryan sighed in relief. "See, it's perfect.
A safe haven.
Maybe we won't freeze to death after all." But as they unpacked, a subtle sound crept through the cabin. The soft tap-tap of snow falling against the roof, almost rhythmic. Maya raised an eyebrow. "Is it just me or does the storm feel closer?" Alex frowned. "Storm's not moving that fast." "Something else?" Tommy swallowed nervously. "You mean ghosts?" Dr. Evelyn rolled her eyes. "Or bears?" Ryan chuckled nervously. "Maybe just the mountain judging us again." They settled near the hearth. Alex inspected a frost-covered notebook left on a desk. The handwriting was frantic, almost illegible. Experiment 12. Snow creatures evolving. Do not leave the station. They wait. Only hope is fire. Alex's eyes widened. Snow creatures? Maya peeked over. Great. Not just a storm, not just a crash, now monsters in the snow. Perfect. Tommy groaned. Can we get a normal disaster for once? Like a broken car in the desert? Dr. Evelyn frowned. Whatever they were, they're gone for now. Let's focus on surviving. Night deepened, and the storm outside intensified. Wind howled, rattling the cabin. Shadows danced across walls. Ryan leaned back in a chair. This is like camping, but with a higher chance of death. Maya smirked. Yeah, bonding over shared near-death experiences. Classic vacation? Suddenly, the cabin's old metal door creaked. Everyone froze. The wind howled. The shadows in the corners stretched like fingers. A faint scratch came from outside like claws against wood. Tommy whispered, "Guys, maybe they followed us." Alex grabbed a heavy pipe from the corner. "Stay calm. Nobody panic. And for the love of snow gods, don't run in circles." They peered out a window. A figure, hunched and thin, its face obscured by snow and frost, stood just beyond the porch. Its eyes glowed pale blue in the firelight. Maya gulped. "Yep," I called it. "Snow creatures." Ryan's face paled. Okay. Maybe the storm isn't the worst part." "That thing is." Alex held up his hand. "Wait. Look, it's not moving aggressively. Just watching." Evelyn whispered, "Could it be curious? Or maybe it's starving." Tommy muttered, "I vote dead." The figure tilted its head unnaturally, watching them. Then, almost like it had made a decision, it retreated into the storm. Maya exhaled shakily. "Well, that was polite." Alex shook his head. "Polite monsters don't exist. It's waiting." "That's worse." Hours passed. Sleep was shallow. Every creak, every howl of the wind made hearts jump. Ryan muttered to Maya, "You know, if I die, just vlog this. People love near-death experiences." Maya smirked. "Sure. Businessman freezes in Rockies, still complains about Wi-Fi." Tommy groaned. "You're all insane." Alex watched the fire flicker, feeling the weight of responsibility. The group depended on him. Every decision he made could mean life or death, and he knew deep down the real survival test was only beginning. Dawn broke pale and weak against the storm-shrouded mountains. Snow had blanketed the cabin even thicker overnight, leaving them trapped like mice in a frozen cage. Alex addressed the group. "We need supplies. Firewood, food, anything to survive." "I'll go first." Ryan groaned. "I'm not stepping outside if it's colder than my ex's heart." Maya laughed, shoving a snowball at him. "You'd freeze faster standing here whining than walking." Tommy muttered, "I swear, I didn't sign up for Antarctic boot camp." "Doctor." Evelyn adjusted her scarf. "Complaints aside, staying put won't keep us alive." We moved together. They opened the cabin door. A wall of white hit them, wind slicing like knives. Snow stung exposed skin. Visibility was limited to mere feet. Alex led the way, marking their trail with pieces of broken equipment. The others followed, shivering, slipping, cursing, and occasionally laughing at the absurdity of the situation. Half an hour in, Maya stumbled over a buried tree limb. "Oh!" "Okay, that's gonna leave a mark." Tommy grinned. "Congratulations. Nature just gave you a free tattoo." Ryan muttered, "I'm seriously reconsidering my life choices." Alex ignored them. Ahead, a small cluster of rocks promised a potential supply cache. Maybe abandoned gear from researchers or hikers. As they approached, a groan echoed from the snow. Everyone froze. Eyes darted around. "What now?" Ryan whispered. Maya aimed her camera. Probably the same polite snow creature from last night. A figure appeared, hunched, thin, moving unnaturally. Its glowing blue eyes locked onto them. Alex whispered, "Stay calm. Don't provoke it." The creature tilted its head, almost curiously. Then it lunged. Chaos erupted. Tommy slipped on ice, screaming. Ryan tripped over a snowdrift. Maya threw her camera at the creature. It clattered harmlessly off the snow. Alex grabbed a metal pipe. Swinging with all his strength, the creature dodged, unnervingly quick. But then, to their shock, it paused, snarling and retreating back into the storm. Breath ragged, Alex muttered, "It's intelligent. We need a plan." Dr. Evelyn helped Tommy to his feet, and maybe some extra prayers. They scavenged what they could. A few cans, a frozen box of protein bars, and some old blankets. Maya opened one of the cans and made a face. "I've eaten worse, but barely." Ron laughed shakily. "If we survive this, I'm never complaining about hotel food again." Tommy shivered. "I don't care. I'll eat snow at this point." Alex smiled faintly. "We've all got our survival quirks. Let's keep moving before it gets dark again." By late afternoon, The storm worsened. Snow blew so hard that even moving a few feet felt like wading through cement. Suddenly, a sharp crack echoed overhead. Alex froze.
Avalanche! Rome!
Maya screamed. They sprinted toward a small overhang. Snow thundered down the mountainside, roaring like a living thing. Branches splintered. Rocks tumbled. The world was chaos incarnate. They dove into the overhang just as tons of snow buried the slope behind them. Hearts pounding, they looked at each other, alive but shaken to the core. Tommy coughed. I hate snow. I hate mountains. I hate everything. Maya laughed, tears in her eyes.
Cheer up! At least we're not snow cream yet!
Alex shook his head. You're all insane. But you're alive. That's what counts. Night fell. Cold seeped through every layer of clothing. They huddled together under blankets, sharing warmth and stories. Ryan whispered, We're actually going to make it, aren't we? Alex stared at the stars, barely visible through the storm. Yeah, but only if we stick together. No heroics, no solo trips, just survival. Maya grinned faintly. I'll be your social media correspondent then, documenting heroics and stupidity alike. They laughed quietly, a fragile shield against fear. Outside, the storm howled. But for now, they had fire, food, and each other. Morning came with a sky the color of steel. The storm had relented slightly, leaving a thick, silent snowfield in its wake. Every footstep was muffled by the heavy snow. A deceptive calm after the chaos of yesterday. Alex surveyed the group. We need to move east. The cabin was a start, but supplies won't last. Raven Point is just a few miles from here. We'll make it, but we have to stay sharp. Ryan groaned. Miles in this snow is like eternity multiplied by death. Maya smirked. Cheer up, Ryan. At least your dramatic whining is consistent. Tommy muttered, Yeah, and completely terrifying at the same time. Dr. Evelyn shook her head. Focus. Every step counts. They trudged forward. Visibility was still poor, and snowdrifts hid treacherous crevices. Suddenly, Tommy screamed. He'd fallen into a hidden gap in the ice. His leg was stuck thigh, deep in frozen snow. Alex dropped to the ground, gripping Tommy's shoulders. Hold still. We'll get you out. Ryan tried to pull him free but slipped in the snow. I hate my life. Maya handed Alex a metal rod. Use this. Maybe it's long enough to lever him out. With gritted teeth, Alex worked, muscles straining. Slowly, painfully, they freed Tommy. His face was pale, but he was alive. Tommy coughed. Next time, can we skip death traps in our morning routine? Maya laughed weakly. Sure, and maybe unicorns can fly us back home while we're at it. After the rescue, they pressed on. The glow of the research station was faint but visible. Hope glimmering like a distant sun. But the snow creatures were growing bolder. From the corners of their eyes, they could see pale shapes moving, watching, circling. Alex whispered, Stay together. Don't panic. And for God's sake, don't trip again. Ryan groaned. I'm 35. I'm not built for heroics, or cold, or anything. Maya nudged him. You're built for complaining. That counts, right? Hours later, they reached a frozen cliff edge. The path ahead was sheer ice, and the snow creatures had caught up. At least 3 of them hunched, with eyes glowing like blue lanterns. Plan? Dr. Evelyn asked. Alex scanned the area. We need to lure them away from the path. I'll go first, make noise. Then everyone else runs. Tommy, Maya.
Ryan!
Keep close.
No way!
Ryan protested. You're going to do what? Alex's face was grim. It's either this or we all die here. Maya swallowed nervously. Well, at least he's not using a GoPro for content this time. Alex stepped forward, banging metal against the snow, shouting. The creatures hesitated, then advanced, drawn to the sound. Run! Alex yelled. The group sprinted across the ice, hearts pounding, lungs burning. Behind them, the creatures lunged at Alex, fast, deadly, relentless. Alex ran, dragging a heavy branch across the ice, trying to slow them down. One lunged too close, and he shoved it into a crevasse, sliding it down into the abyss. The others reached the cliff edge safely, turning to see Alex still holding the creatures at bay, sweat and blood mixed with snow on his face. "Alex, move!" Dr. Evelyn shouted. Finally, Alex jumped the last few feet to safety. Exhausted, bruised, but alive, he gasped, "Let's never do that again." Maya laughed shakily. I thought I was going to cry and laugh. Simultaneously, Tommy muttered, "I hate you people." "But I guess I love you too." Night fell again. The group huddled in a snowbank for warmth. Ryan whispered, "I can't believe we survived today. And somehow we're still alive." Alex put an arm around him. "It's about sticking together, watching each other's backs, and maybe a little luck." Maya smirked. "And me documenting every moment of our heroic stupidity." Dr. Evelyn smiled faintly. "Humor keeps us alive too, believe it or not." As they drifted into uneasy sleep, Alex glanced at the horizon. A faint glow from the research station. Hope was close, but so were the dangers. And he knew the biggest challenges were still ahead. The group finally reached the Raven Point Research Station as twilight bled across the mountains. The building was battered by snow and ice, its metal walls groaning under the storm's weight. Windows were frosted over, some shattered. The door hung crooked on its hinges. Alex motioned for silence. "Stay close. Don't touch anything unless we need it to survive." Maya muttered, "Great, an abandoned lab. What's next?" "Snow zombies with PhDs." Tommy groaned. "Can we not joke right now? Seriously." Ryan shivered. "I'm just here to live through this day, okay?" Evelyn scanned the exterior. "We'll be safer inside than out there. Let's move." Inside, the station was a frozen snapshot of panic. Papers littered the floor, research notes smeared with water and blood. Broken monitors flickered weakly, some still humming. Maya whispered, "While Hoover worked here really hated housekeeping." Alex frowned. "Focus. Supplies first." They found a small storage room containing blankets, canned food, and a battery-powered heater, enough to survive the night. Tommy's eyes lit up. "Finally, civilization, kinda." Ryan immediately sat, hugging a blanket. "Best day ever." Maya smirked. "You're ridiculous." "But cute." While the others ate, Alex explored the main lab. Frost-covered intricate machinery. Notes were scattered across desks, journals detailing experiments on snow-adapted creatures. "Doctor." Evelyn peered over his shoulder. These creatures, they were being studied. But something went wrong. They became aggressive. Alex read aloud one passage. Exposure to extreme cold and experimental gene treatment produced highly adaptive predators. They are intelligent. Avoid contact. They hunt in packs. Maya raised an eyebrow. "So friendly little guys, then." Tommy groaned. "Why do I feel like every survival story has this exact moment?" Suddenly, a low scratching sound came from the vents. Ryan froze. "You hear that?" Maya laughed nervously. "Maybe the snow creatures finally want to chat." Alex held up a hand. "Not a joke. Everyone stay calm." The scratching grew louder. From the shadows, 3 of the creatures slithered out, blue eyes glowing, ice clinging to their bodies. "Run!" Alex shouted. Chaos erupted. The group scattered. Maya tripped over wires, almost falling into the icy floor. Tommy slipped, but Alex grabbed him just in time. Dr. Evelyn pushed Ryan behind a desk for cover. Alex swung a metal rod, forcing one creature back. "Move!" "Go," Maya yelled. "I'm moving." "But seriously, who designed these things? They're like Christmas nightmares." Tommy groaned. Worst vacation ever. Through quick thinking and teamwork, they herded the creatures toward a reinforced storage room, using fire and light to scare them back. The creatures snarled but retreated into shadows. Breathless, Alex slammed the door. "Okay, that was too close. Ryan sagged against the wall. I swear I'm done with all life-threatening snow adventures. Maya wiped snow and tears from her face. You say that now, but tomorrow we're probably climbing an ice cliff or something. Alex exhaled. We survived together, one step at a time. And humor, yeah, it helps, too. Night fell. The station offered relative safety, but the wind howled outside like a warning. Dr. Evelyn whispered, Need a plan for tomorrow. Supplies are low. Creatures are relentless. Alex nodded. We'll move east. We find higher ground. And if necessary, we make sacrifices to keep the group alive. Maya grinned weakly. Sacrifices or just Ryan? He's dramatic enough. Ryan glared. I hate you all. Tommy muttered, We're insane. They laughed softly. Fragile warmth against the icy terror outside. But Alex knew. The real trial was only beginning. The next morning the wind had eased slightly, revealing the jagged peaks ahead. Raven Point was behind them, but the path forward was a frozen maze of cliffs and snowfields. Every step was treacherous. One slip could send them tumbling hundreds of feet. Alex turned to the group. Stay close. Watch each other. Every step counts. Ryan groaned. I think my toes officially hate me. Maya smirked, shoving a snowball at him. At least they're not completely dead yet. Tommy muttered, I didn't sign up for this, but fine. Moving? Ducking. Evelyn adjusted her scarf. Eyes forward. Focus. Trust your instincts. They climbed a narrow ice ridge. The wind howled, snow whipping their faces. One misstep sent Tommy sliding a few feet before Alex caught him by the jacket.
Thanks, I hate you.
Tommy panted. No problem. Teamwork, remember? Alex replied grimly. Maya laughed nervously. Yeah, teamwork. Or watching Tommy flail like a frozen fish. Ryan shivered. I'm considering becoming a permanent snow sculpture. Seems safer. Suddenly, a distant screech echoed across the mountains. The snow creatures had found them again. Alex gritted his teeth. Keep moving. Don't panic. The creatures advanced, agile over the snow and ice. Their glowing blue eyes cut through the storm, relentless hunters in white. Maya whispered, Why do they hate us so much? Did we offend their ancestors? Orion groaned. Maybe we stole their Netflix password. Tommy muttered, I'm not joking. They look angry enough to kill for Wi-Fi. As they neared a precarious overhang, one of the creatures lunged at Maya. Alex shoved it aside, but it snapped at his arm. The others rallied, shoving snow and ice toward it.
Dr. Evelyn yelled, Move now!
They sprinted across the ridge, hearts pounding, adrenaline surging. Suddenly, a section of ice cracked beneath Ryan. He froze, dangling over a chasm. Alex dove, grabbing his jacket. Hold on, don't let go, Ryan screamed.
I'm definitely dying now.
Maya grabbed a nearby rope, securing him. Not today.
Drama king.
Finally, they reached a small plateau. Higher ground. The snow creatures paused, unwilling to follow further into the unstable terrain. Alex exhaled. We made it. For now? Tommy collapsed, shivering. I hate the world, but I kinda love surviving it. Maya laughed, brushing snow off her coat. You mean you love me saving your life? Ryan groaned. Nope. Not today, Maya. Just don't. Ever. Again. Evelyn smiled faintly. It's not over yet. We need to find a safe route down. Supplies are low. Alex nodded. We move at first light. Rest now. If we survive tomorrow, we survive everything. Night came again, silent except for the distant wind. The group huddled together, sharing warmth and meager rations. Maya whispered, We're alive. Somehow. Tommy muttered, Barely, but alive. Ryan sighed. And if we make it down, I never ever take a vacation again. Alex smiled faintly. It's about sticking together, trusting each other. Humor, courage, hope. That's what keeps us alive. As they drifted into uneasy sleep, the faint blue glow of the snow creatures' eyes lingered in their minds. a reminder that survival meant constant vigilance, bravery, and sacrifice. The first light of dawn reflected off the icy peaks, painting the world in pale gold. The group, exhausted and battered, reached the last stretch before the lower plateau, where a rescue helicopter had been spotted in a distant ridge. Alex gathered everyone. "We're almost there. Stay close. Every step matters." Ryan groaned. "I feel like my soul froze and melted at least 5 times already." Maya smirked, shoving him.
Then congratulations.
"You survived practice for life in a snow globe." Tommy muttered, "I swear, if I survive, I'm moving to the tropics permanently." Dr. Evelyn focused. "Ignore the whining. Focus on balance. Watch the snow. The ice in them." From the ridge behind, the creatures emerged again, more numerous this time. They hissed, their glowing blue eyes cutting through the snow like icy torches. Alex's heart pounded. "We have to fight them off long enough to reach the landing zone. No mistakes." Maya whispered, "This is it, the final episode of Snow Survival Extreme Edition." Ryan groaned, "Kill me, now. Or not. Whatever works." They sprinted across unstable snow and ice. One creature lunged at Maya. She kicked it back, but it was relentless. Alex swung a metal rod, knocking one away. Tommy and Ryan threw rocks and snow to distract them. Dr. Evelyn grabbed a flare from her pack.
Use this.
The bright red flare startled the creatures temporarily, giving the group precious seconds to advance.
Alex shouted, "Almost there."
"Go, go,
Go.
A massive gust of wind shook the ridge. One creature lunged directly at Alex. In a split-second decision, he pushed a large snow-laden boulder, sending it tumbling. The creature was trapped beneath it. Alex fell to the snow, panting. That was too close. Maya ran up. "You okay?" "You risked your life again." Alex managed a weak grin. "All part of the job. Someone has to be dramatic for the team." Ryan muttered, "You're insane, but lucky." Tommy patted him on the back. "Crazy, brave, and maybe slightly heroic." Finally, the Yaz rescue helicopter appeared, slicing through the pale sky. Its rotors kicked up snow and ice. The group waved frantically.
Alex called out, "Over here! This way!"
The pilot hovered above, lowering the rope ladder. One by one, they climbed, shivering but alive, hearts pounding, adrenaline still surging. As Alex ascended last, he looked back. The creatures lingered at the ridge, silent, watching, but unwilling to follow. He exhaled. "Goodbye for now." In the warmth of the helicopter, wrapped in blankets and sipping hot drinks, the group finally relaxed. Maya laughed through tears. "I can't believe we lived. And survived snow monsters, avalanches, and Ryan's whining." Ryan groaned.
"Hey, I'm just realistic." Tommy grinned.
"Realistic or not, we survived. That's all that matters." Dr. Evelyn smiled faintly. "It's about courage, teamwork, and hope." Alex leaned back, exhausted but relieved. "We survived because we stuck together, and because even in the worst situations, humor and hope keep you alive." The helicopter lifted, carrying them away from the frozen nightmare. Outside the window, snow blanketed the world, silent, serene, but forever changed. And for the first time in days, they laughed without fear, the weight of survival finally easing into triumph.